Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I decided to do some NFL content for once, specifically because I watched the Dallas and Rams game, and Dallas drafted Alabama cornerback Trevon Diggs in the draft, and I saw that he made a really good play that I thought a lot of Alabama fans would be happy with, as well as the Dallas fans would be happy with, and then some few notes overall that I took from the game. So the first thing I wanted to point out was that the Dallas cornerbacks played the ball well overall. Trevon Diggs and Awuzie did a great job in man coverage, and they really stuck to the receivers. Another point that I want to point out is that right tackle may be an issue for Dallas this year. So the offensive line that is usually so vaunted, so highly thought of, they might have some issues. Let's circle back to cornerback Trevon Diggs. The play that I'm going to highlight is a rookie-on-rookie play, and specifically an SEC rookie on an SEC rookie play, which is Van Jefferson, the wide receiver from Florida on the Rams, and Trevon Diggs, the cornerback from Alabama on Dallas. So at the snap of this play, Trevon Diggs holds his ground with some steps, some side steps here, and some lateral movement. He's playing the inside technique slightly, although you can argue that he's stacked directly on top of the receiver. So in that case, he would be giving the receiver free reign to go either inside or outside, but I believe he's slightly inside, and he's going to encourage the receiver to go outside. He opens his hips towards the outside as Jefferson willingly goes to the outside, so he doesn't have to force him to go anywhere. And he runs with him in stride. Like, this is a really good play right here, looking him in the eyes the whole time. Notice that Jefferson's eyes get big, and Trevon Diggs looks up with him as Jefferson looks back. And this is really good play. Like, this is the type of stuff that you want your cornerback to do, especially when they're as talented as Trevon Diggs. He turns his head while running, and he reaches for the ball, almost like a receiver. If you notice, Trevon Diggs starts leaning and moving toward the ball with both hands up, cradling as if he's trying to catch like a wide receiver, and he does have a lot of wide receiver experience from his high school days. So it's kind of cool. So when those reports were coming out from practice earlier this year about Trevon Diggs playing the ball like a receiver and running the routes like the receiver, this makes sense now when you see him in game doing this. And Alabama fans might be like, we wanted to see more of that while he was at Alabama too. So that's really funny. Unfortunately for Dallas, this was a perfect throw from Jared Goff here. The only reason why this pass was completed was because this throw was absolutely on target, exactly where it had to be. The ball was literally 1 inch away from Diggs' outstretched hand. His outstretched left hand specifically, and that's impressive. And while we're on cornerbacks from Dallas, I also want to point out Awuzie's interception here as well. Not a lot of detail because I didn't get a chance to record the actual play, but I know Dallas fans will be excited to see this because they didn't get a lot of interceptions last year from their cornerbacks. Cornerbacks didn't play the ball that well. They wanted to blame the defensive coordinator and a few other things, but we'll see if that changes a lot this year. Dallas fans probably watched this play all night on a highlight reel just so they can say we got interceptions. So I just wanted to leave it on that point. And then the last thing I'll mention is that the number 78 at right tackle, Terrence Steele, the rookie out of Texas Tech, he has some struggles with the edge rushers, specifically Leonard Floyd. To be fair, it was Leonard Floyd who was a really good pass rusher, although the Bears did let him walk. So it's like, why did they let him walk if he's still this good? Or is it just that he's going against a rookie who doesn't know what he's doing? So this is his first game. So just keep an eye out on this. It might scare some Dak Prescott fantasy owners if the offensive line is struggling, or might have trouble off the right side and Dak can't stay in the pocket and get some throws to these receivers that he has. But it's not a cause for panic at this point. You just want to watch out. On this particular play, he got pushed off the edge by the speed, but at least he didn't give up an inside move completely, like right from the start. Like he did a good job of like, okay, let me just keep him pushed to the outside and let him go upfield. That's about as best as he did because Leonard Floyd used that to his advantage. Like he rushed up the field with his speed and then stopped on a dime and cut across. He kind of swiped back across, and it wasn't like I just completely threw you out of the way so I have a free path to Dak. Terrence Steele kind of got back in the way a little bit, but Leonard Floyd still had just enough room to reach out, grab Dak, and cause an incompletion and disrupt the play completely. And Terrence Steele is going to have to work on dealing with those speedy pass rushers. But that's all I had to say on that. I just want to get some quick notes on this game since I watched it. Let me know what you think. Did you see this Dallas game? What are your favorite what are some NFL teams you're watching this year because of some of your favorite college players are on there? I'm looking forward to hearing your answers. I'll see you in the comment section. If you like this video and want more content, please subscribe. But if you want to see a video from my channel that the YouTube algorithm recommends, and they're usually right, check out the video on the left side of the screen. And if you want to see the last video I made, check out the video on the right side of the screen. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.